Hey, it's Megan. Welcome back to another dollar store video. This time, all the DIYs can be used outdoors or indoors and year round. Another great thing is they can be customized to your own style or your liking. And these are super deluxe, high quality DIYs. They're gonna last you for years to come. No one's gonna guess they came from the dollar store, and they look great. I mean, what more could you ask for? And all of that is starting right now. For the first DIY, you just need 2 packs of Dollar Tree's decorative wicker balls, the smaller size, some of Dollar Tree's fairy lights, and some wooden beads. Dollar Tree carries wooden beads. They're just super brightly colored. You'll need about 2 or 3 bags. You'll want to string them up and then spray paint them. Use a high quality spray paint, I promise you. Do not use Walmart's $1 spray paint. I tried that one time, it doesn't work out well. But here they are. You can barely tell they were rainbow colored before. But if you are a wood bead enthusiast, like I am, Amazon does have a good deal, 1,000 beads for $16, and that's what I'm using, but I'm using the same size that Dollar Tree's beads come in. By the way, these are linked in the description. Then all you have to do is just string up your beads. The only mildly difficult part about this DIY is getting the wicker ball to match up with the light. But after playing around with a few patterns, I found that 2 small, 1 big, 2 small, 1 more big, 2 more small, then the wicker ball worked out great. And that worked on Dollar Tree's fairy lights and just a random pack of fairy lights I had around the house. And these lights look really cool at night, used as string lights. They look really awesome during the day as just a bowl filler, although I need to go back and add some extra wicker balls or something to hide the batteries better. But these lights really shine at night. That's where they look awesome. And I love so many things about this DIY. 1, it's simple. 2, nothing is hot glued or permanent, so I can take this apart and reuse the pieces if I want to. But this can also be used year round. I can see it being used for Christmas for sure. And we are on to the next one, where all you need are 2 of Dollar Tree's bath mats. These are 98% cotton. All of them have a huge crease in the middle. Some of them have a really funky smell, and then some don't, which is strange. But they are all machine washable, so throw them in the washer, throw them in the dryer. That's gonna get rid of the funky smell half of them have and the crease that all of them have. There are 1,000,005 ways to do this DIY, so hold on to your britches because it's about to get super fun. All you have to do is just cut off the ends of your bath mat. You're gonna have 2 shag pieces, cut off the little seams from those. You see what I'm saying there? You're gonna do the same thing to your other bath mat, so you're gonna have 4 shag pieces in total because we cut off the ends of both bath mats, and 2 cut down bath mats. But these are actually gonna be our pillows, so that's what we're gonna call them. The back of our bath mat is now the front of our pillow. Then take our little strip shag pieces we cut off, smallest bit of hot glue, and just press them down. Of course you can sew, but you don't have to do that. These are just decorative, they're not holding the pillow together. Then you're gonna take both of your pillow sides where this shag side is touching or they're facing inward, match them up the best you can. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, and these bath mats were never cut perfect, so it'll all be okay in the end though, I promise. Tuck the ends under that we cut and use a boatload of hot glue and a high temp glue gun and press down firmly, but don't touch it again until it cools. Oh, by the way, I just use regular hot glue, nothing specialty, Walmart brand. Now let me show you. These are for real, like sturdy mama jammas, really industrial style. These are the seams, and I'm pulling on this as hard as I can. I'm not acting. I'm not a good actor. This is real life. These are hardcore pillows. In fact, I've made some in the past, and I've even thrown them in the washer, and they're just fine. I just don't throw them in the dryer on high heat. So the 2 ends that are still open, we're not hot gluing those, by the way. All you need to do is cut the corners off just to make them not so thick. And now we have some options. 1, you can use Dollar Tree's twine, or you can use Dollar Tree's yarn. The yarn's harder to find and they sell random colors. Just use something that is pretty thick and sturdy, but still thin enough that you can get through a larger upholstery needle or a hair sewing needle, which can be picked up at Dollar Tree or Walmart. Then you see that little seam right there? We're gonna use that as a guide to try to get our stitching as straight as we can, but it does not have to be perfect. And I'm not gonna lie, poking the needle through the first part where the 2 fabrics are really thick is kind of difficult, but after that, totally smooth sailing, no issues, and then just tie that and knot it off. Now we're gonna be doing a blanket stitch, and I actually just learned what this was called a few months ago, so thanks to everyone who commented that in the comments. And to do this, all you have to do is take your needle, press it up through the bottom fabric, through the top fabric, pull it tight till you have a little loop, pull it through the loop. And that's all you gotta do, that's it. So through the bottom, through the top, through the loop, and you repeat that over and over again. There's no changing, that's it. And it actually goes by really, really fast, especially after you get through the first part of pulling it through the very first time. And that's it, and it doesn't have to be perfect. This is handmade, handcrafted, so look, it gives it a unique flavor. If it's not perfect, it still looks awesome. Now you can stuff your pillow with whatever you have on hand. You know, if you have an old pillow, old clothes, old stuffed animals, but just so you know, Dollar General has super value pillows for $2. One value pillow will stuff 2 of our throw pillows. Stuff your pillow, and then all you gotta do is blanket stitch that other side up, and that's it, my friend. How cute is this pillow? I promise you, this looks amazing in person, just like it does on camera, if you know, I do say so myself. Love the way it turned out. Now, another option is you can make a lumbar pillow, and we're gonna skim through this. You can also cut the corners off first instead of cutting them off after you hot glue. Haven't really decided which way is the easiest. I've tried it both ways. For the lumbar pillow, you're not cutting the ends off. All you do is fold the ends under, boatload of hot glue, let it cool, and then you can sew the ends and leave it as is, or you can sew the ends and then add some tassels. And I actually did a very similar pillow in another video with this style, and I added some tassels, and if you want to see that, I'll have it linked down below. They do make different style bath mats that give you a different pattern on the back. And I'm going to show one more thing about the pillows, and then we're moving on. If you want to embellish or decorate your pillows, a basic running stitch is where you just take the thread and run it through the fabric. Like, that's it, no tie-in, nothing. Of course you tie the ends. Do that, and then if you have some thicker yarn, you can use thinner yarn, but I think the thicker yarn looks cool. Just wrap it around the thread. That's it. Like, no tying, nothing. Once again, you tie at the beginning and end, and that is it. That creates a really cool texture. This was my practice texture pillow, by the way, and I just practiced it different ways. I'm sure there's a name for that, like wrapping the thread around the basic stitch, but I can't imagine I'm the first person to invent it, but it does look really cool. And these are awesome pillows. Like I said, I've made like 5 of these so far. I've thrown them in the washer. They wash just fine. The hot glue does not come apart. Even outside, guys, I live in Texas. It's gonna get really hot. And hey, you know what? Mid-August, I'll get back with you, but I'm sure it'll be fine. And we are on to the next one. All you need are 2 classic rugs, and I promise we're not making pillows. 2 rugs from the Dollar Tree. Try to get 2 colors that are about the same. Match them up, and then just use basic duct tape to tuck tape the back together. These are the thicker doormats. They're not the ones that are really thin and flimsy. These are harder to bend. You can also use hot glue with the duct tape if you want to, but it's totally not necessary. I did this to a rug back in November, and it's been on my doorstep since then. It's held together just fine. Then some basic old painter's tape, and this can be found at Dollar Tree too, and I'm using Dollar Tree's brand, painter's tape. Eyeballing out a few stripes, and I'm not measuring because these are quick and easy DIYs, not perfectly measured, and it just doesn't matter really, in my opinion, but you can measure if you want to. Then just take some spray paint, and I'm using Rustoleum Spray-paint. They're about $3.50 to $4.50 a can, be picked up at Walmart, Dollar General. 1 coat, full coverage, but you can use Walmart's dollar spray paint for this DIY. It works just the same. You just might need to do like 2 or 3 or 4 coats. Then I do reuse my tape, my painter's tape, because I'm cheap. And why not? It still works. Just taped off the opposite way. Once again, just eyeballing it all the way down, same thing. Went back and spray painted. By the way, you can definitely use a roller or brush or another type of paint with this. I just like spray paint because it's quick, it's fast, it's the easiest for me to do. And I think it stays really well. Like I said, I did this on another doormat, and it's held up really fine. I mean, think about it. Have you ever got spray paint on your clothes? It really doesn't come out. Then this cotton twine from Dollar Tree, it's found in the automotive section. I really have no clue what it's really for. Wrap that around my hand about 10 times, maybe 12. Did that to a total of 32, but 16 for each side because we're making tassels for our rug. And that's all you gotta do. Wrap it around, tie it off like a ghost, and cut the end. To attach the tassels to the rug, the best solution I could think of, but hey, for real, I'm open to being corrected and other ideas, so help me out here. The best thing I could think to use was fishing line. I don't know where I got it from. I've had it forever. So I ran the fishing line through the rug using the same large upholstery needle, tied it off, added a tassel, and then just kept going. So I didn't cut it each time. I just looped it around twice and continued on down my rug. I figure the fishing line is weather resistant. I know it's waterproof and it's sturdy, and then it's clear so it can't be seen. And it looks really good, but I'm not sure if there'd be any other way that would be better to attach this. So if there are better ways and you know, please like comment and let us all know. Now I do want to say on the other side, this is my first time ever doing this, by the way, y'all. On the other side, I did not cut the tassels off first. I just put the loops through the fishing line and then went back and made the ghost head and cut the ends off after I had sewed it on with the fishing line. You feel what I'm saying there? And I actually feel like that turned out looking better. It wasn't easier or it wasn't harder, but it did look better. In my personal opinion, that's the side to the right. And there you go, super cute mat. Now you can layer this up with a basic Dollar Tree welcome mat or any doormat you already have, or by itself, and it could be good indoors too. And for the next one, all you need is one of Dollar Tree's waste baskets. They're larger, plastic, they come in many different colors. And okay, so I don't know what's up Dollar Tree, but they're back down to like the 9.5 pieces of rope. So you need 9.5 pieces of rope or 6 of the 13-foot pieces of rope. But I did find some very comparable, this is actually not Dollar Tree's rope, from Amazon, and you get 300 feet for $18, which is a great deal. And just to give you an idea, you'd have to buy like 23 packs of the 13-foot rope or 32 packs technically of the 9-foot rope to get the same amount. And this is only $18. So just start wrapping your rope around your basket, but don't go all the way up. Stop about 3 to 4 inches from the top, closer to like 2.5, 3 inches. I'm not great at measuring. Cut that off. The main thing is make sure you use a lot of hot glue at the beginning and the end, not so much in the middle. Now, Dollar General sells this cotton clothesline for $4, 100 feet. So 25 feet per dollar, and that's what we're using. But I do want to say my sweet friend, Sarah Jane from Chic on the Cheap, sent me this photo that Dollar Tree sells white poly rope, so it's plastic. You get 25 feet. But it is the same price, so there's just another option. I do like the way the cotton clothesline looks better. And you do the clothesline the same way we did the rope, just wrap it around, hot glue it, and then cut it off. All the way around our wastebasket, which is now our planter. Now, because these wastebaskets don't have drainage at the bottom, and I am using this as a real planter with real live plants, all I did was take my hot glue gun and poke holes in the bottom once it melted enough. I don't know, probably not the best thing to do the hot glue gun, but it worked out fine. You can definitely heat up a knife and just like stab holes, or this works too. Do it however you want and get super creative. I wrapped up 2 of these little planters from Dollar Tree in the exact same way. The only difference is they have holes that can be poked out on the bottom. So to prevent from being super repetitive, just know, wrapped it up the exact same way with the same materials. And this is how much rope I have left. So this gave me one of the large waste baskets, 2 small planters, and this is how much of the clothesline I have left. Oh, and by the way, I actually used that rope before this video to wrap up a different waste basket to use as a different planter outside. So you get a lot. And I love the way these planters look. I think they look really high end. I like the way the cotton clothesline looks at the top. I've done stuff like this where I've spray painted the rope and I like this look a lot better. Lastly, we are super simple, but we are not being super repetitive here. Just know I took this Dollar Tree planter, more clothesline, and I just wrapped the planter with rope using hot glue. That's it. The only difference was I did wrap the bottom of the planter because it's gonna be a hanging planter. After that was said and done, I picked up these plant hangers. I actually have 2, and I got them for fall, for indoors, but I really like the way they look outside in the summer. The orange color reminded me of fall, but I think it looks great for the summer, especially with the white rope. And that's it. Probably the easiest DIY ever. And yeah, I have a real plant in here, but it's self-watering. It has a little drainage and it's working out great. It's thriving, living, doing well. And that is it. Thank you so much for watching, my friend. I will catch you next time. And as I promised, to the right and to the left are videos that I've referenced in this video. I love you, and I will see you next week.